Hi friends, welcome to our channel. Please subscribe and hit the like button. Today let's discuss how is freestyle wrestling for MMA and for self-defense. I had a discussion with a few buddies where we discuss if a freestyle wrestler or Greco-Roman wrestler would adapt his wrestling best for MMA. Of course, it depends on the individual and his work ethic, but let us assume that those factors are equal. How would each do? So, if we are talking about a pure hypothetical, where there is no crossover between freestyle and Greco practitioners, then the best would be freestyle, of course. Greco doesn't allow for leg attacks at all, so someone who is a pure Greco wrestler looking to transition to MMA is going to have to learn leg attacks. Every attack you can do in Greco you can do in freestyle and folk style. So there is not much in the realm of wrestling that a pure freestyle wrestler would have to learn to transition to MMA. As a singular martial art, freestyle wrestling won't do much. In MMA actually, the throws can hurt you, but that's about it. You won't beat a modern MMA fighter with just wrestling. There's holds and other maneuvers that are effective, but if you go in the cage and use just American freestyle exclusively, you will get kicked, punched, elbowed, choked and submitted from the bottom and the top. Wrestling is great for getting opponents to the ground and keeping them there. Once you are there, you better know submissions and ground and pound at the very least. And since every round starts on the feet, you better know how to box and kick. The MMA champs are not just wrestlers, they're complete fighters who can do it all. And there is no such thing called American freestyle wrestling. There's freestyle, folk style, and there's Greco-Roman. The other unknown factor that wrestlers have going for them is not related to their martial art. It's just how hard wrestling training is in general. If you can wrestle at a high level, other combat sports will be easy enough to learn, at least mentally and conditioning-wise. Then comes one question. If no martial arts are the best at MMA, why do most MMA fighters gravitate towards MMA, Muay Thai, BJJ and wrestling? Because people don't want to admit that not all styles are equal. The notion that all styles are equally effective is bogus. It's invalidating the strength and weakness of each style. When people say all styles are equal, they're being dishonest. Wrestling is one of the most physically demanding sports. It's more scientific than other styles. Look at the footwork. Look at how elusive, stable and powerful it is. Wrestlers keep a low center of gravity to avoid getting taken down. Study the takedowns. Wrestling takedowns consist of using your strength and momentum to slam someone on the mat. Wrestlers get a dominant position using footwork, applying body weight, leverage, etc. They train with resisting opponents. A lot of traditional grappling arts are lacking in these areas. Both Judo and freestyle wrestling can be effective for self-defense, as you see from this video, as they teach valuable skills such as takedowns, control and grappling. With your background in amateur boxing, you already have a good foundation in striking, which can complement the skills learned in Judo or freestyle wrestling. It's important to remember that self-defense is about being well-rounded and adaptable. So incorporate techniques from different martial arts can be beneficial. Boxers are very powerful, punching hard and accurately. Weakness of boxers: only effective while standing. Little or no way of avoiding clinches. No experience in ground fighting and punching power non-existent or severely reduced when pinned on his back. Judo weakness: no experience at receiving or enduring a punch. Strength: once within reach of boxer, and as in clinch, will be able to take him to the ground, where chokes, strangles, dislocation techniques are available to judoka. Conclusion: the boxer's only hope of winning is to KO or stand the judoka with the first punch. If he is close enough to throw a punch, he is close enough to be grabbed. If the fight is over in 2 seconds, the boxer has won. If it lasts longer, the judoka wins, or wrestler. Judo and wrestling are both excellent complements to boxing. If boxing is your bread and butter, the combination of boxing footwork and distance combined with defensive judo or wrestling will give you more confidence in a no-holds-barred situation, especially against a grappler. And in a street situation, takedown defense is far more important than actual takedowns. You genuinely want to stay off the ground in a street fight. Judo in particular will give you tools to take advantage of a clinch when you are in a street situation and there is no referee to break you up. One thing to keep in mind that orthodox and southpaw stances are often reversed in judo and wrestling. Unlike with boxing, in grappling, if you are right-handed, you usually stand with your right hand and foot forward. However, these conventions are not universal, so you could very well learn to grapple in your more comfortable boxing stance. In my opinion, in street situations, judo is a lot better than wrestling. It uses a stand-up posture suitable for real combat, while wrestling uses a port-specific posture created for this kind of game they have. In a clinch situation, judokas have the best stability and balance, being able to unbalance opponent in a moment, and with not much effort. Foot sweeps can be very devastating, especially on people not accustomed to them. Also, different throw techniques can finish suddenly a fight. In judo, we study also groundwork and submissions, being able to dislocate opponent's arm or choking him or her, while all this doesn't exist in wrestling. Also, just being already able to defend such situations make a judoka far way more prepared and accustomed to manage such situations. So don't watch MMA on TV and think it's like a street fight. Street fights are generally about survival and there are no rules. If you go in there with a sports-focused martial art like wrestling or judo, you will basically die. There's no sugarcoating this. You will die. You think why? Because you got the guy down on the ground in a killer lock. And then the world goes black as his body kicks you in the back of the head. And usually one or more guys is armed and decided that winning is more important than playing fair. So just avoid and play it smart.